So if you're looking to pick up some accessories for your brand new Sony ZV-1, then you've come to the right channel. Get your wallets ready because all the items that I'll be recommending in this video will be linked in the description box below. And don't worry, I will try my best to recommend as many budget alternatives as I can to all of the gear that I'll be talking about. So this goes without saying, but you're gonna need some memory cards for your ZV-1. And minimum that I would recommend is a 64GB SD card, as that will give you about an hour and 15 minutes of 4K recording. But I would try to go for 128GB, as that will give you twice the recording time. Now, when it comes to memory cards, try not to go for the cheaper, lesser known brands. Go for the more reputable ones. The make and model of the SD card that I can recommend at a good price range while maintaining reliability and performance will be the SanDisk Extreme. I personally use these for my own professional work and they have been pretty solid for 4K recording. Just make sure to buy directly from Amazon as a seller and not from a third-party seller on Amazon, or just simply buy it from other reputable stores like Best Buy, B&H, and Adorama. Whew, you wouldn't think I would need to go into this much details about buying SD cards, but the amount of posts that I see people getting ripped off buying fake cards is too damn high. Next up, batteries. You can't have too many of them. The battery you'll need is the NPBX1, and if you can, try to go for the original Sony ones. I was able to record about an hour and 4 minutes of 4K before completely draining the battery, which is pretty insane for a compact camera like this. However, if budget's a little tight, I would suggest getting this pack of 3 batteries from Numoa. It even comes with a charger that takes USB-C. Now, I know a few folks out there that were quite disappointed that the ZV-1 still uses a micro USB to charge, but hopefully with this charger base taking USB-C, it's somewhat of a solution for those folks. Now, quick word of warning, third-party batteries are cheap for a reason. They tend not to hold their charge after a certain amount of time, even though you charge them to 100%. I personally have had experience where the third-party batteries are just as good as the original and held up for quite a long time, and I've also had terrible experience where they just sort of become duds after a couple of weeks. Your mileage may vary. However, for the price that you're paying for these third-party batteries, it's not a bad gamble. Next up, battery banks. Honestly, you probably don't even need to buy any of these since they're so common nowadays to own one because we all have smartphones. Like I said, the ZV-1 takes micro USB for charging, so just bring that cable along, pack one of these babies up just in case you're caught in a pinch. Next up is a mini tripod, and it's a good time to let you know that Sony actually sells a vlogger kit that bundles a Bluetooth remote grip tripod and a 64GB SD card. The Bluetooth grip is actually pretty cool because not only is it a tripod, but you can also trigger the zoom and recording on the tripod itself. The pairing process is really easy. You just need to enable Bluetooth on the camera and then select the pairing process. On the remote itself, hold down the photo and T button for 7 seconds and it should pair. Also, make sure to enable Bluetooth control as well. However, if this bundle is a little bit out of your budget and you don't need that fancy Bluetooth feature, then I've always recommended my tried and true Manfrotto Pixie tripod. It's incredibly small and lightweight, something that I personally still use since I bought it 4 years ago. Come to think of it, I don't know where I placed it. You can, of course, go for the fan favorite, the Joby GorillaPod, but personally, I'm not a fan of the look. Aside from that, I'm trying out this Extension Po mini tripod from Allons-y. Essentially, this is a glorified selfie stick tripod for small cameras like this. But this potentially somewhat solves a problem for people who find the lens on the ZV-1 to be a little too tight for selfie-style vlogging. Combined with active stabilization, your head may be a little chopped off in the frame. It isn't too bad in my opinion, but with this tripod here, it will help extend the distance a bit, putting your whole head back into the frame. Let's talk microphones. The onboard mic on the ZV-1 is actually a lot more advanced than what you would find from other cameras of this size and caliber, so the sound is already pretty good. However, I still find a shotgun type microphone to be the best when picking up your voice. Good thing Sony included a 3.5mm mic jack in the ZV-1, expanding your options when buying a mic. And the one that I still recommend to this day is the $60 Rode Video Mic Pro. So we're currently testing out the audio on the ZV-1 with no microphone, just pure onboard mic right now, and there's a lot of traffic happening right behind me. Alright, so now we are testing out the audio with the Rode Video Micro. This is a smaller form factor of one of the Rode shotgun microphones, something that's a little bit more common. If you're looking for a wireless lav system, then you really can't beat the Rode Wireless Rode Wireless Go. It's ridiculous how good it is for how tiny it is. It matches the form factor of the camera really well. This is great for when you're in a loud environment, but you just want the sound to focus on one person. And it can be great for interview settings as well. You can use it as is or attach a string lav mic to it as well. Alright, so right now we're using the Rode Wireless Go, a very popular wireless lav mic. What I really love about this mic is that it is super small form factor, pairs up really nicely with the ZV-1. Now, if you don't need the fancy wireless features, you can actually just buy the string mic itself and save a ton of money and just directly connect it to your camera, like so. This does the job, but you will see the string mic in the frame. This is considered unprofessional in the television and film world, but perfectly acceptable for YouTube. Next up, an L bracket. I honestly hate how this one looks, but it's one of the more affordable ones. And some people will have use for this for vertical style videos like Instagram and TikTok. Only get this if you don't have a tripod that can angle vertically. Otherwise, I skip this. Next up, we're getting a little fancy in here. This is a mini stabilizer. What am I talking about? You can really up your production of your vlogs, getting smooth and steady shots. This one here is actually my favorite, the Zhiyun Crane M2. It's made for pocket-sized point-and-shoot cameras like the ZV-1. I've actually used this and the RX107, which is a really similar camera to the ZV-1, to shoot my friend's wedding in a very cinematic style. And it came out amazing. Since the RX107 and the ZV-1 are really similar cameras, I have no doubt that the ZV-1 can create some banger results. Lights. This one is a brand new, this one just came out. This is the LumeCube Pano Mini. It's a really nice pocket-sized light that goes on top of your camera and provide a bit of illumination to your face if you want to get the best lighting while you vlog in low light situations. The light itself can get crazy bright if you need it to be, and it has a 32 to 5600 Kelvin range to help match any lighting situations. And also, if you're a photographer, yes, you can use a speed light on your ZV-1. And the one that I've always recommended is the Godox Mini TT350S. S stands for Sony. It's capable of HSS and TTL, IYK, YK, and it can also act as a trigger to remotely fire flashes that are on the same channel for all you off-camera flash folks out there. But hey, if you're just shooting videos with this camera, don't worry about the speed light, just stick with the LumeCube. By the way, if you need help setting up your Sony ZV-1, check out my best settings guide linked somewhere here on the screen. And let me know in the comments down below, what other ZV-1 videos do you want me to make? And if you have further questions about using this camera, join my Discord server, Sony Alpha Fam, and ask your questions there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. So I've been using Squarespace for about 3 years now, and what keeps me coming back is the ease of use. It is an all-in-one platform to create beautiful and clean websites. No coding knowledge is required thanks to the easy-to-use templates. For 2020, Vivian and I will be adding additional photography and videography resources to our website, so definitely stay tuned to see our progress and our announcement. For now, you can try Squarespace yourself, whether it's a photo portfolio website you can send to your client or an e-commerce for your products. Design it with Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com/JasonVong to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thanks for listening to this message. It does really help my channel out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.